What up, Folkadokes? It's the boy Graphics Rogue, and I've come with Rome 2 online battle play. We're going to be positioning ourselves over here. I will be playing as Parthia, while my ally will be playing as the Massagetae, while the two enemy armies will be playing as Rome, the glorious Imperial Empire of Rome! For Rome! And for Parthia. So I'm going to be positioning my guys all around. We are, got one big horse alliance here. One big cavalry army alliance. Massagetae, all they have is cavalry, so they're going to be very helpful with any flanking charges. I'm moving my horse archers into deep flanking positions here. You know, I am pretty fucking proud about how good I've become at using Parthia. First playing this game, Parthia felt so different than playing the horse factions in Rome 1. I didn't think I would ever get it down. I didn't think the horse archers they felt like crap compared to Rome 1 horse archers, and I didn't think I'd ever get it down, but I've pretty much figured out the pretty good ways on how to play Parthia. And I feel really good about how I figured out how to properly play Parthia. And I can beat many armies with Parthia. I feel really good about how good I've become how decent good of a player I've become in Rome 2. I never got this good at playing Shogun 2. You know, and I never really set out to be a good player at Shogun 2. I played a lot of it, but I just played it I wanted to have fun and play battles, and I looked up some tutorials sometimes. I wanted to be better and play better, but I guess I never explicitly set out to be a great player or a good player in Shogun 2, and that was my explicit goal in Rome 2. So I guess that's why I feel like I've become so much better in Rome 2 than I ever got in a Napoleon or Shogun 2, which are the main games I played online in the past. So me and my ally are just getting close and backing up, taking pot shots with our horse archers. But my enemy has a lot of Balearic slingers on one army and a lot of Syrian heavy archers, Syrian archers on this one. One army has Balearic slingers, one army has Syrian archers. Well, I think they have Balearic slingers. Yeah, some slingers here. But we are getting close in. I've got a lot of Eastern slingers and one Parthian foot archers. I got 3 Eastern spearmen just to slow down any attacks they may throw at my missile units. So I'm beginning to start focus firing on some of his missile units here. I want to start taking out as many of these guys as I can. We outnumber them when it comes to missile units because we've got a lot of horse archers and we've got a lot of missile units on my side, foot infantry missile units on my side, so I'm going to try to focus fire on a lot of his missile units. So we're going to start aiming at these guys over here. They are really starting to pepper down on my horse archers over here, and they're going to rout one of these units here. So we're going to back up from them for now. They're doing some Canterbury circle action, trying to knock out a lot of them. I think I put most of my guys in heavy shot. I think it's best when you put your horse archers and archers in heavy shot. Not quite sure if I got these guys in heavy shot, but I should. So they sent these cavalry units over here, and they just destroyed my missile unit, my horse archers over here. But I noticed they're out in the middle of nowhere, so I sent my huge flank of heavy cavalry over here just to run these guys down. These are 2 Legionary Cav and Massagetae Equites. And we are just going to charge all our heaviest cavalry at these guys, knock them out early and quickly. I think I'm gonna pop trample with one of these guys, and we are just going to tear these guys up with the sheer numbers we have. That is some devastating battle right there. Slaughter them, men! Bring me their skulls! And over here, we are just tearing apart their missile units. I think we may have routed one. Yeah, we routed one of their units. And they are charging with one of their cav to try to break up my my missile unit party I got going on over here. But that's why I have the Eastern Spearmen. I'm going to pull all these guys back as best I can. I'm going to throw in these cavalry units to try to knock out these legionary cav. I'm going to send in these Eastern Spearmen to try to slow them down. I do not want them hitting my missile units at all. They are a key part of my battle plan. And so these cav units are just out in the middle of nowhere. They are just undefended. So we are just going to take advantage of this and surround these legionary cavalry and just slaughter them. Keep pulling these horse archers back. I mean these missile units back and these infantry units back. Try to use the infantry units whenever I can. When something like this happens, I'm going to use my spearmen to try to slow them down. Make sure they don't get to my missile units. My missile units are far more important than my Eastern Spearmen. My Eastern Spearmen are only here to defend my missile units. But over here, I'm bringing back my Royal Cataphracts and my heavy cavalry over here. They are done destroying these Romans over here. So we are bringing them back, and my opponent and I are working well and doing our hit and run activities against isolated Romans. And they're sending a lot of Romans over here to try to take out this little Eastern Spearman unit. Not the greatest idea. I think they're trying to get to some of my missile units, but they got in a bad position. And now they're going to be smacked from the sides with my allies Saka Cataphracts. And I see what's going on over here. We've surrounded this legionary cav. They are broken. They are ready to fall. And I see what's going on over here, and I'm going to soon start charging in my cav from this side over into these guys. And once we do that, we will completely envelop a massive chunk of the Roman army. And I do that. We are charging these bastards down. We are going to pepper them with what horse archers we have left. We're going to try to take out as many of these isolated missile units as we can with our cavalry over here. But the missile units aren't going down as quickly as normal. I think the battle is on very hard difficulty, so the missile units aren't going down quite as quickly as they would. And we have completely enveloped and surrounded these guys. We have crushed them. And they're trying to escape as many as they can, but we are just killing so many of them. I think it's about this time that the enemy I was facing, the main enemy, the player I was facing pretty much dropped out of the battle. And it was just 2 players against 1 player at this point. And he's got a big army left. I pulled my cavalry out of this position because we weren't getting very many kills on these archers, and they pulled them back in time, so I didn't want to get them bogged down against any auxiliary infantry or any Roman infantry, really. So we were just pulling all these infantry back, trying to smash into the backs of these what Roman infantry they had left over here, and they are all routed. They are crushed, absolutely. So basically, 1 army down, 1 army to go. At this point, we are just pulling I'm just pulling my all my cavalry back, my whole army back. My allies doing the same, and we're going to reconsolidate our positions. My enemy's got some fire arrows on. He is trying to take some pot shots at my allies, Saka Cataphracts. He is trying to charge some units at them to try to isolate them, slow them down. But we are pulling the whole army back, try to consolidate our position. And my enemy has not much it can do. It is really running low on missile units. They have few cavalry units, if any. Do they have any cavalry units? They have 1 cavalry unit, but they are nothing against our cavalry units. Basically, our cavalry and our missile superiority are just going to cripple these guys. They just don't have. They're gonna try to box up in this kind of primitive box over here. They just don't have enough troops to fully defend against the forces we have now. And I'm not sure if this is the player unit or if it's the AI with a few units left, but they are charging at some of my cavalry units with a few of these units. That might be the AI doing that. I'm not quite sure. But I am sending my, what few horse archers I have left around these flanks to try to get some shots off of their flanks here. Trying to reposition my guys in a better position. But he caught up some of my guys here, but we all decided to just raffle stomp this lone auxiliary infantry over here, just completely surround them and fuck them up. And we see these guys are got themselves isolated. Their backs to us, and we're gonna smash them right in the back. So these legionaries are not gonna have a chance. I think this is the AI general. I don't think this is the player general. No, he's over here. So he sent the AI general over here, and he's just gonna get surrounded and slaughtered. And my AI, the player that's left decided to move up his infantry units. He decided to try to take advantage of some of these clumped up positions we got going on over here, and he's gonna try to charge in with some of them and try to get some of my infantry caught up. My ally is just going completely around his flanks here, just trying to get his head off balance. He's got a lot of horse archers left. Are they still firing? I think they still have ammo. They may not be in range, but I think they may still have ammo. Yeah, they're starting to move up. They still have ammo. So I'm trying to pull my guys back. I don't want to lose any more guys needlessly against these infantry units. I'm pulling these guys back into better defensible positions. I still got plenty of ammunition from my missile units. As you can see, we are just chopping them up with these slings and arrows we got. Do we still have our our arrows? I do not think we still have our archers left. But yeah, look at that. We are completely enveloping these guys. The Roman army is completely in disarray. They're out of position. They're getting clumped up. They're hit and run on all sides. Many units are getting isolated. All over the map, they're getting isolated, and they cannot do anything against the speed of our cavalry. And we are just pinning them down from one point and smashing them from behind. All over the place. And as you see here, we are just going to give a huge smash. A bunch of them, some of these units I think we put into to trample mode, and we are just crushing so many of these Roman clumps. My allies pinning them down while I come in from behind and just crush them. But they got some few open units over here. They're going to try to get to the side of my general unit and some of my cataphracts over here, but it will be for naught. This battle, the end of this battle has already been written in the annals of history. And so we decide to take these units left. We're going to try to wait for a better position to charge against these auxiliary Syrians and try to put an end to these guys once and for all. They got some veteran legions here. They are getting ready to run. So many of these units are just getting surrounded and knocked out. I decide it is perfect time just to throw all my guys in, so I'm just going to move in my Eastern Spearmen. No need to protect my missile units any longer. We're just going to try to smack into the backs of these guys over here. Do they have their general still alive? Not sure if their general's still alive, but this unit is still going. And so these auxiliary Syrians have been knocked out. My job over here has been done, so I'm going to pull these cav back and just smack into the backs of these veteran legions and just put them out of their misery once and for all. I'm not going to bother getting bogged down with these triarii, because the Syrian archers have been knocked the fuck out. Boom! Yeah, that is what I like to see. My Parthians just completely surrounding these Romans, staying away from open, straight up conflict, going all around the Roman flanks, putting them into disarray, making them charge, and then running your troops away. That is perfect. That is the way you play Parthia. That is the way you play all the horse factions. You do not face, with a horse faction, you do not face your enemy and an open, straight-up conflict. Hit and run. That is the name of the game with horse factions. And that was a costly victory, but it was a fantastic victory. Oh, I love defeating regular armies, regular infantry armies with horse faction armies. It feels like I've accomplished something big time. It feels really good. So I only lost 648. I got 1,400 kills. My ally got more kills, but he lost less. Voodoo didn't get many kills. Josh got even fewer kills. Who got the most kills on my guys? My general unit got the most kills. The Royal Cataphracts. My general unit will get the Medal of Honor this day. Look at that. My allied army. My allies' army with just Cataphract cavalry units got shitloads of kills. Look at these. These sack of Cataphract horse archers got 246 kills. He used those units very properly. Now with Rome, I'm not completely sure what they could have done with Rome. I know a Hellenic faction could have dealt with these horse factions, but I'm not exactly sure what Rome can do against a horse faction, against a player with a horse faction with a player who knows what he's doing. Just to he should have brought a lot more Triarii, I suppose. A lot more Triarii and a lot more Syrian archers and Balearic slingers. Maybe cut down on the cavalry, because none of the Roman cavalry can stand up to Eastern cataphracts here. So yeah, that is the lesson of the day. Never face a Roman army head on with a horse army. I'm your graphics rogue, and I will see you next time. Peace.